TEX, Training and Educational Center for Healthcare Simulation.
Hi, my name is Chris, and today I am going to inform you all on how to properly use transport, procedural, and specialty stretchers. Okay, we have arrived in your immersive simulation room. Here you will find the trauma stretcher. Let's get started. This stretcher has its own IV pole. To access it, just lift it up like so. To extend it, just pull out and hold the black tab, then lift up the stem. Once you're happy with this height, let go of the black tab and let go of the stem. Then to put it away, just pull out and hold the black tab, push the stem in, lift up on the IV pole, then lay it down like so. This is the break assist feature to this stretcher. To restrict its movements, just press down on the orange pedal until it stops. If you need to move it around a bit, then press down on the green pedal until it is in the neutral position. If you need to move it around a lot, then press down on the green pedal until it stops. When you are transporting the stretcher, we ask that you use these handles. To access them, just grab and pull on them until they are in a vertical position. Then push them down until they lock in. And to store them, just reverse the process. Grab and pull the handles up, then push them inwards towards the center of the stretcher. This is the side rail of the stretcher. To access it, grab the bottom bar, pull it away from the stretcher, then grab and hold the top bar, then lift until it locks into place. To store it, lift on the yellow tab and reverse the raising process, but be careful not to pinch the mannequin. These are the adjustment controls of the stretcher: the high-low up, high-low down, Trendelenburg, and reverse Trendelenburg pedals. To raise the stretcher, just pump the high-low up pedal until it reaches the desired height. To lower, just press and hold the high-low down pedal until it reaches the applicable position. If your scenario requires a bit more angle, then you would use the Trendelenburg or the reverse Trendelenburg pedal. You do this by pressing and holding either pedal until the stretcher reaches the desired position. But before using either of these pedals, make sure the stretcher is in its highest position. This is the head section of the stretcher. To raise, just squeeze the silver bar as you lift. And to lower, just squeeze the silver bar as you push down. And that's how you properly use the trauma stretcher. Now that we are done with that stretcher, let's move on to stretcher number 2, which is the striker stretcher. This is the break and stiff feature of the striker. To restrict its movements, just press down on both red pedals until they stop. Then to release the brakes, give both red pedals a good kick until they reach their original positions. This is the side rail of the striker. To access it, just grab and squeeze the red handle and lift. And to bring it down, just reverse the raising process. These are the adjustment controls of the striker. To raise, just press and hold the plus button, and to lower, press and hold the minus button. This stretcher also comes with seat belts to help with movement restriction. To unfasten them, just press in the red buttons. And to fasten, slide the silver clip into the buckle until it stops. You're also able to adjust the torso section of the striker. To do this, just grab and squeeze the red handles as you lift. And to bring it down, just reverse the raising process. And that is the striker stretcher. Now that we are done with the striker stretcher, let's move on to the third stretcher, which is the OBGYN stretcher. This is the OBGYN stretcher. You'll become friends with this stretcher when you're doing OBGYN scenarios. This stretcher has the same functionality as the trauma stretcher, but has a few additional features, like this stowaway foot section. To use it, just squeeze the release handle as you raise it, then just slide it forward. To put it back, grab and pull the handle until it stops, then push the foot section down until it locks into place. This stretcher also has integrated foot support. To use it, just squeeze and hold this gray handle and push it outward towards the desired location. And to raise it, you will need to press and hold the black button as you lift the foot support to an applicable height. And to put it back, press and hold the black button while you lower the foot support. Then squeeze and hold the gray handle as you move it towards the outside a little bit before bringing it into its original position. This stretcher also has straps to help keep the patient's feet secured. To use them, just lift the strap and slide the patient's foot underneath. And that is how you properly use the OBGYN stretcher. Now that we are done with that stretcher, we're going to move on to our fourth and final stretcher, which is referred to as the Hill-Rom Advanta 2 bed. These are the side rails of this particular stretcher. To raise them, just grab and hold the handle and lift until it locks into place. And to lower, just hold the top handle as you pull out this black lever. These are the brake and steer features of the Hill-Rom Advanta 2 bed. To restrict its movements, just press down on the orange pedal until it stops. Then if you want to move it around a bit, release the brake feature by lifting the green pedal until it stops. The footboard and the headboard can be removed. To do so, just grab and hold the handle as you lift. Then to return them, just line up the silver stems with these holes as you slide them in. These are the adjustment controls of this particular stretcher. This section is equipped with the stretcher's optional features. It's used as a scale and also to set a bed exit alarm, which is based on the patient's weight. This section you will more than likely use on a daily, as it controls the height and angle of the stretcher. From left to right, the first button is for the patient. If they have fallen out of bed, they can press this button to reach a nurse. The next 8 buttons are used to raise or lower the foot section, the knee section, the head section, or the entire stretcher. To activate the section and the direction you want the bed to go in, just press and hold the desired button until the stretcher reaches an applicable height. This lock button here disables the stretcher's articulation functions. To put it in use, just press and hold the lock button and then press the function you wish to disable. The next 2 buttons control the dining chair position. To put it in such a position, just press and hold the button that resembles a chair. And to return it to its original position, just press the button below. The second to last 2 buttons are used to place the stretcher in a Trendelenburg or a reverse Trendelenburg position. To activate, just press and hold the desired button until it reaches an applicable height. This last button is to be used only when the stretcher is not connected to AC power. Thank you all for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of your day, and yeah, keep hope alive.